Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Let's Chat About Wax. Today's topic is going to be about proper destashing. This is the first episode discussing the matter, honoring Tina's request, and it's basically to just provide helpful tips and suggestions that you guys could use when you're formulating your destash boxes to make sure that the person that is purchasing it from you is satisfied and that you build a good reputation for yourself in the wax community. As you can see here, that I have different box types, as I'm sure some of you do, and I have it all in order. And I find that keeping your packing supplies and the materials in which you will use to build your destash boxes organized and in proper, in a safe place, it does help when you make that decision to destash your items. Based on what you pick should be your foundation as to what you're going to charge for your box. So if you come here and you select a large flat rate or a medium flat rate, and then I have here regional B's, and then over here regional A's, I have envelopes and so forth and so on, then that is your starting point as to what you're going to charge for your box. Over here is packing supplies. I have the tendency when I know that when I get my orders in, and I, again, making a suggestion, when you get your orders in and you go through your order, you sit down, you sniff, you analyze what you like, what you don't like, it would be easy for you, being the holder of your own wax, to automatically separate what you feel like are your giftables, the things in which you're going to put in swaps, round robins, and destashes, things that you either don't like or you want to make sure your other fellow wax addicts get to try out, so maybe they could become a fan of that scent as well. If it's already separated, then you don't have to go through, like in my cases, I have boxes of wax. You won't have to go through each and every vendor's box to sort through your wax. Now, quite naturally, if you have not utilized your wax in, let's say, a 3-month period of time, then you need to make a note on your calendar when to go back and assess your wax and find out what you intend to melt, what you don't have any intentions on melting, and begin to build a destash box that way. Because if you haven't melted it in 90 days, you may not. You know what I'm saying? I do know that of those 90 days, we try to allow 14 to 30 days curing time. However, in 90 to 120 days, when there's still shelf life available on that wax and you're not using it, go back, sit down, and decide what your feelings is. A particular scent may not even be of your preference anymore. You may have, when you ordered it, was a pumpkin lover or a lemon lover, and 4 months or 3 months down the line, you're sick of that scent. Destash it, make $1 off of it, pass it on, let it find a new home with someone else. And yeah, so that's just like food for thought. Any event you don't separate your wax as it comes in, then again, that's when the assessing, going back to that wax and finding where you're at with it, and then going ahead and moving it on out the way so that someone else can get it while it's still where they can even wait to use it, because they may not want to use it immediately. So you want to give it to them not right when 6 months is running out, 2 weeks before, because they may not want to melt into a 2-week period of time. So also keep that in mind when you're destashing. It's all about making sure that we're doing right by the person who's trusting us with their money. When someone buys a Destash, they're giving us their hard-earned money. So that's my place when I make my Destashes. I want people to be happy. The next thing I want to, show you guys is a part of that packing material. I keep over any peanuts or packing peanuts that I get from Lush or any other wax vendor. And if it comes in there, I save it in little boxes. Now, I got a comment in a video where I mentioned this, my Candle by Victoria video, and someone said that they had way too much of this. Well, quite naturally, you only save as much as you're going to actually utilize. So you should have a general idea of how much you're going to destash or swap or gift or, random acts of kindness. And you only save the required amount of peanuts that you're going to actually use. Anything beyond that, recycle it. This is my box of bubble wrap. I actually keep these from BBW, and if it's not being shipped too far from where I'm at in Florida, then you can reuse those as well, or you can bubble wrap it. Here is tissue paper. Any of your local Walmart, Kmart, Hallmark, Walgreens, Dollar Tree, you name it, sells this. Add some thought to your boxes. I've heard some stories in the community where people are getting wax just tossed in a box. Matter of fact, tossed in a box, let's say, to give you a mental visual, let's say a medium flat rate box, but it's only a regional 8 worth of products. Come on, and it has no protection, it has no paper, it has no love. Put your heart into it when you're sending something out to someone and they have given you your money. The next thing to consider is the weather. Check the weather. A lot of us watch the news, some don't, some of us just read the paper, or whatever the case may be. Find out what is the forecast for the upcoming 3 days. Maybe decide to mail Monday through Thursday, so that way there is no layover with the package being in the United States Postal Service hands. We want to eliminate as much time that package being with them as much as possible. Also, when you're packing the box, try to consider a gift, a thank you gift. I have a box of cards, but I failed to pull that out prior to starting the video. So I'm just going to make reference to that. Go to, again, Hallmark, Walmart, Dollar Tree. Thank you cards are inexpensive. I purchased some by the 12 pack or what have you. 24 pack. Again, show some appreciation. You feel me? Show some appreciation. Let a person know, I appreciate your $75 or your $100 that you have funded me. You know what I'm saying? You've given to me for whatever cause and purpose I choose to use with it. I appreciate that. So thank you. It's a matter of trust. A lot of us have not met one another face to face. We only know each other through the groups. So as much as you can make that transaction comfortable, that's what you want to do. I always add extra goodies to the box, and a lot of times it's body products, sometimes it's more wax. And when I get to that stage, for instance, if I decide to give someone wax, I ask them, what are their likes? Because I feel like if it's a specific gift, then they should have a little bit of say-so over it. The Destash, they have less say-so over it, which can be changed. I changed the game up some by saying build your own. This is what I want to get rid of. Now you pick out of it what you want and we'll negotiate the price. That was new to me in the wax community. So you don't have to, you can change it up a bit. You can do, like, when the seasons change, you can do your seasonal boxes. You can do a vendor Pacific box. You can do like a Sniff My Tarts only box. It's boundless. It's limitless what you do. Bring creativity to the table when you're doing a Destash. They will sell when you're doing that. back to the gift. If you don't want to part with more wax, a lot of us all agree that we pretty much like bath products. Throw in a Lush product, throw in a lotion, throw in something extra that you have access extra. I have a lot, of certain things, so it doesn't hurt me to part with it. Of course, if you only have a couple of things of something, then no, you don't take your last. But the things in which you have, again, and it's been sitting month and month and brand new in a wrapper and you're not using it, why not, throw it in? So it's what you're comfortable with, what you can stand to do. Another tip would be, we went over the weather, checking the weather, try to limit your shipping to Monday through Thursday. So if you destash something on a Friday or Saturday, communicate that this is not going to ship out until the following Monday. I'm sorry, you guys are just kind of like looking at boxes. This is an example of, give you a different visual of a box that is like my Destash box. This is things that I'm finding that I'm either not loving, and it's not that because it's bad, it may just don't work for me, or I'm not going to use all of it up, or it's a wonderful product and I have like 3 more of these that I can spare. Such and so equals, this is a Destash box in the making. So this is very easy to do. As I'm going through my wax, I automatically place it in a box. Of course, it wouldn't ship like this, but this is just to give you an idea that it's separated and it's not mixed with my other items. Stay with the purchase. Don't leave the buyer hanging. I can't stress, again, due to the fact that we're not local best friends. You know what I'm saying? We're good friends through this common interest. When we start exchanging money, we're on a different level with one another. So when you the person that gives you their money, you're sending out the goods, stay with them, provide them not only the tracking number, but also you can check the box with USPS when you do it online, where you get notifications as to if the box is moving or not. And you let that person know, I'm with you until it reaches your front door. I'm with this purchase until you open that box and you give me that thumb up that everything's good and you're satisfied with it. Then you can kind of release your hands with it. Don't take people money and just turn your back on them. You know what I'm saying? And oh, well, if it make it, just make it. That's a very poor attitude to have. So I hope I remembered most things. I tried to take notes, what I wanted to point out. Oh, another thing before I close the video. Pricing, people. Let's be fair. You know what I'm saying? I know certain vendors are closed, or certain vendors are open occasionally or once every other month or so, and they are a hot commodity. They're rare to obtain. Try not to price gouge. You know what I'm saying? There are certain cases where you do need dollar for dollar. If it's sold a certain amount, and that's the amount that you want to get, you have the right to ask for what you want. But at the same time, let's say the bathing garden, a clamshell is $3.50. If you don't get it in her bundle of at $3 a clamshell, it's brand new. Are you going to sell it for $3.50? If so, is that one that she won't? Is it in an oil that Miss Shannon won't get anymore? Then okay, I can kind of see you saying $3.50 for that because it's rare. It's like a limited edition. It's unobtainable. It's hard to get. I got you. I'm with you on that. If it's like her Chester cat, that's something that she does often, then maybe you need to sell that at $3 or $2.50 or $2.75. Price your wax accordingly. I know some people do it by the ounce, but I can have a whole ounce. I'm gonna let me see, because you guys, I'll do it. I will say it. It can be a whole wax of something that just don't have no throw. You get me? Brand new in the box, never been used, in a box of, oh my God. And I can say I want dollar for dollar, and you'd be like, are you kidding me? So let's try to price the boxes fairly, and at the same time, Some people have a bigger collection than others, and their boxes are going to be very good to try to get. Don't expect that out of everybody either, because some people don't have collections that big, and their level of fairness is going to be different from someone else's level of fairness. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you've learned something from this, and I hope it eliminates future confusion, because the whole idea is that we pass on the love of wax to someone else, and that it's an enjoyable, pleasant experience for them and not a miserable one. Thanks for tuning into this video. The next video for next week will pretty much be a second part extension to this subject, which is swaps, but the video will be about 6 minutes. I won't be on that subject very long, but it was just certain things in swap specific that I didn't feel to try to cover in this video. So you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Peace.